Now, look, I don't hold any personal grudge against this president. He's a remarkably talented politician. His story sells many papers the world over, and his ascent is a wonderful inspiration for many in America. But his agenda is driving this nation off a cliff. And while he says he won't rest until the jobs are created, last night he spent at a fundraiser in Las Vegas at the Bellagio Hotel. So the president in that area and so many others has proven that talk is cheap. But we've seen what the president's vision of job creation looks like, haven't we? We're 1 year into the stimulus package right now. $1 trillion stolen from future generations so that we can weatherize homes, resurface tennis courts in Montana, and buy road signs. At this point, I tell you, the question has just got to be asked. How's it working, Mr. President? Unemployment near 10%. We continue to lose jobs every single month. Is this the immediate job creation that you had in mind? Are you still happy with putting Joe Biden in charge of $1 trillion? Now, the reality is that this administration is a lost cause when it comes to job creation. They've got no appreciation for the economic principles that have made us the greatest nation in the history of the world. They reject free markets because they don't understand them. They rely on government because that's all that they know. This is an administration made up almost entirely of academics and lawyers and bureaucrats and career politicians. They can't create private sector jobs because virtually none of them has ever run a business. They've never created a private sector job. They've never signed the front side of a paycheck. Yet so much of what scares us about those in charge is not the uncertainty of now, because Americans will persevere. We're resilient. We'll overcome and prosper again in spite of the incompetence of this administration and this Congress. No, what scares and concerns us is the lasting transformational damage that these idolizers of bureaucracy have in store for America. They seek a statist nation, leaving future generations indebted to and dependent upon government to achieve opportunity. There's really no limit to the scale and scope of what they want Washington to control. There's no limit at all. Private sector salaries, hiring CEOs, investment choices, medical decisions, when and where we may exercise our constitutional rights. The president's agenda is one that will destroy the principles that we hold dear, and it must be stopped. Now, as you know, their charge against Republicans is that we're the party of no. It really is a little silly, isn't it? We've put forth positive, optimistic, upbeat, principled solutions to all of the challenges we face. But still, this charge of saying no really doesn't bother me at all. In fact, I actually vote no a lot. In fact, I'm proud to vote no against oppression and this reckless destruction. When a bill steps all over the Constitution, we don't just say no, we scream it. When Democrats borrow $1 trillion for a pork-filled stimulus, we stand up and shout, no! When Democrats pass a national energy tax that will cost American families thousands of dollars, we yell, no! When a bill takes away power from individuals and transfers it to Washington, we scream, no! When they want to raise our taxes, increase our debt, take over our health care, what do we shout? No! And we shout no because we know there's a better idea. There's a better way. Because America needs real solutions. You know that we cannot borrow and spend our way to prosperity, nor can we appease our way to security. No, instead we've got to provide true and principled and positive solutions. So now is the time to lead. We've got to engage, and we must turn the anger that we feel now into the passion to provide answers to a nation that is screaming out for principle. Our nation needs leadership now more than at any point in our lifetime. And it'll be this passion for solutions that restores the influence of conservatism in American politics. It'll be this positive vision that will allow us to move our nation in the right direction. But as I said, taking back our nation won't be easy despite our recent successes. It will require a willingness to work, a willingness to fight, and an appreciation that this is an historic moment in time. One that if we let pass, we just might bring to bear Ronald Reagan's warning that one day we would look back and talk about an America when men were free. So in the months that follow, I implore you to embrace your conservatism. I implore you to wear your principles on your sleeve. Because this isn't about party or politics. It's about saving our nation for our children and our grandchildren. Liberals in the media will surely try to castigate and marginalize us, but to that we must say, I am a conservative and I'm proud of it because American solutions are conservative solutions. We've got to be united. We've got to be united in our beliefs and goals, not divided by our allegiance to a particular politician or a faction of the conservative movement. We all stand together for limited government and personal responsibility and opportunity and freedom and liberty. And wherever conservatism is on the march, we must eagerly join in. And wherever conservatism is under attack, we must push back together as one movement. This is all about a nation built on certain ideals that are now under fire. It's about what made this nation possible, the blood and the sacrifice of patriots who fought for what they knew to be right. And this nation now needs new patriots, not those who take up arms, but those who take to the radio, to the internet, to town halls and protests and to political campaigns, to fight for a return to common sense, a return to foundational principles, a return to the unmatched prosperity that only our system of representative democracy and free market capitalism allows to flourish. We've got many battles ahead of us, but I am supremely confident in the power of our ideas and your great work to move this nation forward. Remember what Samuel Adams said. It doesn't take a majority to prevail, but an irate and tireless minority, keen on setting brush fires of freedom in the minds of men and women. I'm honored to stand with you and set those brush fires of freedom. God bless you. God bless America.